What is going on, everybody? We're back in action here with the CWSFL as we got the Around the World Bowl, man. We got the prospect game, third one of the season, second one here by the Around the World Sports Network. And man, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're here at AWSN Stadium ready to take on the Season 10 prospects and enjoy a little bit of the game between the Carolina Armadillos and the Beijing Bengals. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a good game, and we get to see a lot of prospects. Some we haven't seen so far, some we have already seen in a few of the prospect games already. I think it's gonna be a good one. Cannot wait to get down to the field, get this one started. It's gonna be a good showing out here between Caleb Williams and Big Jonathan, the two quarterbacks here in this one, as they're gonna look to see which one's gonna be able to lead their team to a victory here, and it's gonna be good. We cannot wait to get this one going, and we'll see y'all at the field. We get to see Beijing start off on offense first. We get to see Caleb Williams and Kool-Aid Jammer, the running back here for the Bengals, come out onto the field, and then you get to see the Armadillos defense led by Kathon McGrabe, a two-time Prospect Bowl defensive MVP so far. Ooh! In the very first play of the game, it is a tip drill, and DJ Savage comes up with an interception on Caleb Williams. Wow! What a first play here for this defense. And they're going to run it up the middle with Ray. And on the very next play, Ray Kareth comes up with a big run on the outside. So they're gonna give it right back to him, and it's not gonna happen. Colton comes up with a tackle for a loss of about 3 yards there, and it's gonna be 2nd and 13 now. Ooh. Deflection right there by Colton. He comes up with a big play right there for this Bengals defense as the Armadillos now. Ooh, and it's a touchdown for Ed. Wow. Comes up with a 21-yard catch and score on a big 3 and 13. And look at that. Little Jonathan has himself a touchdown pass. Gets the 2-point conversion to K-Dog, the former running back here in this draft, but shows he can play multiple positions. He's not a running back. Man, that dude is an athlete, and he's out here playing receiver here in this one. It's 8-0 with an early Armadillo lead off a touchdown from the turnover. We'll see what Caleb Williams has got now here on the second drive. They're going to hand it off to Kool-Aid Jammer, the running back. And they're going to give him 8 on the spot there. Make it a 2nd and 2. Now we'll see what they got here. And now they're going to throw again. Could be dangerous. Ooh, and this one's tipped. They're going to say it's dropped. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2. You got to think after that big run on first down with Kool-Aid Jammer, you might as well just give it right back to him. Ooh, St. Laurent Dior comes up with a 6-yard catch right there. We're under a minute now here in the first quarter. The Bengals now, they're trying to put a drive together here. As it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Ooh, Caleb Williams, fumble! Wow, and his second turnover this time. It's picked up by Nathan Forrest, the linebacker, and he's running down the sideline. Ooh, and he's tackled from behind by Kool-Aid Jammer. But, man, 2 drives, 2 turnovers by Caleb Williams. He's had an interception. Then he goes and evades the sack. Look like everything's going according to plan. And then, bang, he fumbles. And now, the Armadillos are 2nd and 4 inside the red zone. And they are now on their 2nd drive of the game. Caused by a turnover. And it's a touchdown, Armadillos. Deebo Samuels Jr. comes up with a 19-yard catch wide open over the middle. Incredible route running by Samuels Jr. And he has the Armadillos beasting and feasting right now. Ooh, a lot of a traffic jam there to end that kickoff return right there. But that'll do it for the first quarter. So far, we've seen 2 turnovers here by the Bengals, both by Caleb Williams, and both have led to touchdowns for Carolina, as we have a 14-0 lead right now for them. And the Bengals are back out on offense. It's their 3rd time coming out onto the field here with this offense, and they have a good offense. They got great receivers in St. Laurent Dior. The 4th, we got Kawan Brown. You got Tyus Cook, Kool-Aid Jammer, Daddy Sushi, Tyler Kelsey. Man, these dudes are good here on the offense. Just Caleb Williams keeps turning the ball over. They got to find, there's Kool-Aid Jammer for 11-yard catch on the sideline. They got to find a way to just play a little mistake-free football for a quarter. Take it 1 quarter at a time. There you go. Kawan Brown. Kawan Brown picks up 31 yards on his first reception. I'm telling you, this offense is talented. They just have to find a way to play a little mistake-free football. I think the defense can make their adjustments. But right now, they got to figure something out on offense. As Kool-Aid Jammer, 13-yard run up the middle. So far, Kool-Aid Jammer has been the heart and soul of this Bengals offense. He's been the main one that's been able to move the ball for them. See if he can punch it in the end zone. I think if he would have just continued running, he would have made it on in, wide open, untouched on the outside there. But instead, he saw a defender come in, tried to juke to the side, and it ended up costing him there. Touchdown Bengals. They're going to run it right up the middle with Kool-Aid Jammer. He already has 7 rush attempts here in this one. 42 yards. Now he's adding a touchdown to it. And the first one here for the Bengals is they're now on the board. Going to try to make this thing a 1-score game here. And they can't make it happen. Big TJ. TJ comes up with a stop right there. So we're now under 2 minutes here in the second quarter. It's 14-6. Carolina's coming back out on offense. Rodney Speed with the kick return. And he put on a nice spin move right there to put him right through a hole. But he wasn't able to get anywhere else on it. John Johnson Rod comes up with a deflection right there. A little bit of an unknown prospect here in the Season 10 draft. John Johnson Rod, listed as a defensive back. So far, he's been playing a majority of safety here in these 3 prospect games. But not really sure here how he is as a prospect. Hasn't really decided to talk to a lot of teams or really the media for that. Wow. Oh man, I didn't think he was going to have that first down, but the hit knocked him forward enough on 4th down on a QB run from Big Jonathan. And the drive is staying alive. Man, you got to be hurting if you're a Bengals defensive player. That was your chance to get off the field. Fumble! Oh, the second fumble of the game, and this time it's Big Jonathan. And Colton picks it up for a scoop and score, and he has been doing a little bit of everything for this Bengals defense, trying to keep them here into it. And he said, you know what? Let me just put the team on my back and go out and get a touchdown myself. And Kool-Aid Jammer comes up with a 2-point conversion. And folks, we got a tie ball game here with 33 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. All right, we're down to 22 seconds here before halftime. Now it's time to wonder, how do the Armadillos choose to play this here before the half? Neither team has a kicker, so you can't really play to get in field goal range, kick you one before. So you got to play for a touchdown, but with the time on the clock, you might as well just take this to the locker room. You also get ball to start the third quarter. No need to risk anything. No need to do anything dangerous. Ooh, Deebo Samuels Jr. over the middle for 30 yards, and that meant nothing. All that was right there is a little bit extra stats in the book, but it didn't do nothing else for the game. Kool-Aid Jammer, Big Jonathan right now are our impact players of the first half. Kool-Aid Jammer doing everything for the Bengals on offense, and definitely been helping Caleb Williams, his one-star quarterback, ease into things. And start to find his footing again here in this game after the early 2 turnovers. While Big Jonathan was beasting and feasting early here in this game, and then had a costly fumble on the strip sack that the linebacker Colton was able to just pick right up, scoop it, and run for a touchdown that was able to put the Bengals in a position to tie things up with a 2-point conversion. We're all, like I said, we're all tied up here at 14 apiece. The Armadillos are getting ball, though, to start the third quarter. So you got to think Big Jonathan is ready to put that last fumble on that offensive possession. They ended the drive with a good play to Deebo Samuels Jr. for 30 yards. And like I said, that meant nothing for the game, but maybe they can use that as a momentum booster and find a way to get something happening here in this third quarter and keep things moving and try to find themselves a win here in the Around the World Bowl. But we're gonna get right into this third quarter. We got two quarters left here in the third prospect game presented by Around the World Sports Network. This has been a lot of fun so far. It's been a down to the wire, action-packed game, and we can't wait to see what the third quarter's got for us. Wow. What a run by Ray Carth. Ooh. Ray Carth is having an insane game so far in this one. Both running backs looking very good out there today. Uh-oh, second touchdown of the day for Big Ed, the tight end. He is a 1-star coming into this game. Already got 2 touchdowns, and you got to think, man, his ranking has got to go up into the next ones. Because, man, he is out here beasting and feasting and unable to get stopped. As Big Jerry comes up with a tackle for loss right there. It's not going to let the Carolina Armadillos find a way to get that 2-point conversion. And we're going to sit at 20-14 here with 3 minutes left in this third quarter, as we're going to see Beijing come back out on offense, as Kool-Aid Jammer, Caleb Williams are going to try to figure something out now to get this thing tied back up, possibly even the lead. Uh-oh. And he finds his tight end, Tyler Kelsey. He gets 29-yard catch on his first one of the day, and he is out there starting to get involved now, and that could be a scary thing if you're the Armadillos defense. Ooh, just couldn't line that one up right there for his receiver. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 now. They are across midfield as they're at the 39, so the drive, they are starting to put the drive together here. But will it stall out here as we are now at a 3rd and 6? Ooh, what a catch by St. Laurent Dior the 4th, and he runs down the sideline for a gain of 35 and a touchdown, and just like that, the Bengals are going to go for 2 here and try to take the 2-point lead. Ooh, and they're not going to get it. We're tied up at 20 apiece. All right, 1st and 10. See what Big Jonathan fumbles again. Ooh, oh, and oh, wow, and Ray couldn't pick it up, and it's scooped up by Beijing's defense. The 2nd turnover now for Carolina. Both teams have coughed it up twice. Both quarterbacks have been the reason, and this is getting crazy. Wow. Beijing's defense is flying all over the field. Ooh. And Kool-Aid Jammer with a 19-yard run, his 2nd touchdown on 9 attempts. And the turnover, the fumble by Big Jonathan that is recovered by the Bengals. Now it turns into a 26-20 lead for Beijing. TJ comes up with another tackle for loss on a 2-point conversion that keeps this thing in reach with a touchdown that ties it up. But man, we were talking earlier about the Bengals just needed to play 1 quarter of mistake-free football, and they'll be just fine. They'll be in a good position. They'll be able to make things happen. We'll take it 1 quarter at a time. That's where we're at right now with Big Jonathan. You got to play 1 quarter of mistake-free football, and just so happens to be that next quarter is the 4th quarter because we only got 43 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. So your 1 quarter of mistake-free football happens to be the most important quarter. But Ray Kareth comes up with a 17-yard run right there, and you got to think if he picks up or falls on that fumble, it could be a different score right now on the board, but he just was not able to get it. I don't know if he couldn't locate the ball. I don't know what happened there, and we don't know in the backfield. But we have a 26-20 lead right now for Beijing on a 2nd and 3 on the final play here of the 3rd quarter. Ooh, dangerous pass. 3 Bengals over there. That'll do it for our first 3 quarters as the Bengals now have the lead headed into the 4th. 26-20. We're at our final 4 minutes. It's 3rd and 3. Let's see what Carolina has here on a big 3rd down. Ooh! And they find their tight end who's already been beasting and feasting in this one, who's got 6 receptions, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he continues to add to those amazing stats here in this one. Wow! Ray Kareth with an 18-yard run down the sideline for a touchdown, Armadillos. And it's tied up at 26 apiece. And we got a 2-point conversion. Big Ray coming up with the score right there. Finding a way to convert 28-26. Wow, this is a game. All right, Caleb Williams, what you got for us? Oh, screen! And it is lit up right there by CT Blades. CT Blades again. The 3-star recruit coming into this one. Really starting to show up big here in the 4th quarter as it's 3rd and 13. Woo! Kathan McRae coming up with a deflection right there. His first one of the game. Been a little quiet here in this one. But he has been making things very tough for St. Laurent Dior. Ooh, and on 4th and 13, they run it up the middle with Kool-Aid Jammer. And TJ comes up with another tackle. In crucial situations to always stop a conversion. Well, now it's to end the drive. And Ray Kareth comes up with a 20-yard run on the outside. He's got 9 rushes, 131 yards, and a touchdown here in this one. Ooh, man, it's always scary now when Big Jonathan runs. 3-yard loss for the Armadillos. We're under 2 minutes, 2-point game. Both teams have gone for it every 4th down, every 2-point conversion. Kicking is not an option for these teams. So, Bengals defense has to get 2 more stops on 8 yards. That don't happen. It does not happen. Deebo Samuels Jr. 16-yard catch into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the game. And little Jonathan now has 4 touchdowns here in this one. And Big Ray's going to run it right up the gut for a 2-point conversion. He has been out here beasting and feasting here in this one. We got 1:23 left to go. It is a 10-point game, 36-26, as the Armadillos, well, they got the lead right now, so it's going to be pretty tough now for the Bengals to make something happen and come back. But we always know any given sin. Kawan Brown, 35 yards over the middle, and the Bengals call timeout. We got 1:05. They're at the 31. They got to score quick within 2 plays. Because you got to think, you got to rely on a turnover or something here on the to get the... Ooh! And down goes Williams. Scenario comes up with a 10-yard loss. And that is not what you wanted right there. Ooh! And Kathan McRae comes flying in from the outside and gets a 14-yard sack to make this thing 3rd and 34. Wow! The 2-time defensive MVP for the Prospect Games coming in here making a huge play. And then St. Laurent Dior comes flying back with a huge play himself to make this thing 4th and 7 now after a 3rd and 34. And they run a screen. Wow. And D.D. Savage comes up with a 6-yard tackle for loss. Dang. Turnover on downs. And Big Ray now is just going to try to run this clock out as the Armadillos have the lead 36-26. And on the very last play of the game, Big Ray comes up with an 18-yard run. Give him 11 for 157 now and a touchdown as the Carolina Panthers win the Around the World Bowl, the 3rd prospect game of the season, the 2nd one here by the Around the World Sports Network for our Season 10 draft here in the CWSFL. And this was an amazing, action-packed, down-to-the-wire game, and it was a lot of fun. Armadillos do find a way to get it done here in the Around the World Sports Stadium. And man, this was a good one. It was a lot of fun, and it was a great one to get our Banana Bowl game day going here for us, man, as that's coming up next after this one. But Big Ray came up with a huge game today, and it earned him player of the game. Man, he had 11 rushes, 157 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 receptions, 10 yards. He's going to be your Around the World Bowl offensive MVP here for this one, as he helped power the Armadillos into a win. Carolina gets it done 36-26, as Big Jonathan was 11 for 16, 155, 4 touchdowns. Had a great game for him out there. K-Dog, man, not a single reception out there, but he did get a 2-point conversion. Quiet day for him. Debo Samuels Jr., 3 receptions, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Credible performance right there. They had him as a 1-star coming in, but I can say probably won't be a 1-star coming out. But Rodney Speed, man, he's been dominant here in the early prospect games, but he didn't find a reception here in this one. Was mostly used for special teams, while Big Ed, the tight end, dominating 6 touches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. And man, Ray Caruth was your player of the game. Dude was beasting and feasting out there. While on the defense, man, Scenario was doing his thing. Had a sack, 2 tackles for loss, 4 tackles. Joaquin Jones Jr., 2 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack as well. Nathan Forrest had 5 tackles, even picked up a fumble. TJ had 4 big tackles. McRae came up with 2 tackles, tackle for loss, had a deflection. Even had him a sack for 14 yards. That was huge. DJ Savage had 4 tackles and an interception. And that interception came on the very first play of the game. Man, he was balling out. He was beasting and feasting here in this one. Rodney Speed, though, had 5 kick returns for 92 yards. And then Caleb Williams, 10 completions, 15 attempts, 185 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 costly interception on the very first play of the game. St. Laurent Dior, the 4th, came up with 4 receptions, 76 yards, a touchdown. Kawan Brown was 4 for 69. Not a whole lot for Tyus Cook today. Tyler Kelsey had 1 reception for 29 yards. Kool-Aid Jammer was doing his thing at 11 receiving yards, 11 rushes, 70 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion. He was balling out and trying to keep the Bengals offense in this thing. As Damian Wilkerson had a sack with a tackle for loss. Colton had a scoop and score for a touchdown, 2 tackles at a deflection. He was balling out. And then Ultra Magnus came up with 7 tackles, had a deflection, sack, tackle for loss. He was balling out today, feasting out there. While Trent Rivera had hit 3 tackles, you had Jared came up with 5 tackles. John Johnson had 3 tackles, and Big Ted came up with 2 tackles as well. And man, this was just a great game by Tyus Cook, though. Didn't get a whole lot going in the receiving game, but he did have 6 kick returns for 103 yards. But man, this one was a lot of fun. It was an amazing game, and the Armadillos Armadillos find a way to get it done here as they win this thing 36-26, and they were balling out today. But Ray Caruth was able to bring home that offensive MVP here in this one. Wow. DJ Savage gets it done on the back end and on the defensive side of things, bringing on that defensive MVP, coming up with a huge interception into this game. Had a lot of tackles from that safety spot and was really out there beasting and feasting today. And he's your defensive MVP. This one was a lot of fun. It was it was a great game between our Carolina Armadillos and the Beijing Bengals. And this was an amazing first Around the World Prospect Bowl, and we cannot wait for the next one next season. But this was a lot of fun. We do have the CWSFL Banana Bowl coming up next. That was going to be a lot of fun. We appreciate all y'all watching, and hope y'all enjoy the matchup between the East and the versus the West. It's going to be fun, and we'll see y'all then.